Somewhere flying around the northern beaches of Sydney is a magpie called Pengiun, who often thinks she's a human. If that's not incredible enough, this amazing bird has another claim to fame. She is a lifesaver. Pengiun taught Sam Bloom how to live again after suffering a tragic accident where the mother of 3 fell from a balcony and broke her back and became a paraplegic. This is a story about a funny magpie with an even funnier name, Pengiun. This quirky young bird literally dropped into the Bloom's life and rescued them from despair. The most unlikely of lifesavers, this magpie was able to show Sam, mother of 3, that there was hope even when she could not see any.
At 6 o'clock in the morning, she'd do this call at the back door because she wanted to come in. And so Cam would get up, let her in, and then she'd go into the boys' bedrooms,
Run down the
and then into
hallway.
our bed and jump in and kind of fall asleep.
Literally jump up, roll over, like cuddle up, and then feet go up in the air, and you'd put your little fingers in her feet so she could hold on to something, and then she would fall asleep.
Wanting to share their love of adventure with the boys, in 2013 they set off to Thailand.
We went swimming, and the weirdest thing is I remember thinking, wow, it doesn't get much better than this. And then we went over to the hotel, and one of the boys spotted the stairs going up to a rooftop. And so we went up there, and I don't remember it. I don't even remember walking up the stairs. I think I wiped it.
Taking in the panorama, Sam leant back on the railings. The wooden supports were rotted and gave way, sending her backwards onto concrete 2 stories below.
I heard this terrible sound of the railing giving way or hitting the ground, and I just turned around and Sam was gone. But then, maybe within like a few minutes, this pool of blood just started, coming out from Sam's head, and it was just really awful.
Sam was raced to hospital, underwent many surgeries before being medevaced to Australia, where a doctor at North Royal Hospital told her that her spinal cord had been severed.
I just asked him, I said, will I ever walk again? And he just said, no, you'll never walk again. And I just pulled the sheet over my head and burst into tears. And I never saw him again. So yeah, no, I was devastated. I think I cried every day for the first month in North Shore. So I couldn't help it. I was just gutted. Yeah, I wanted to die. I wish I'd died. Yeah. I miss everything. I miss me. Yeah, because I know I was happy. I was happy, and I guess I was content with who I was. I thought I'd be happy and easygoing, but I'm not that anymore.
Sam couldn't hide from the reality of her injuries, and as much as Cam and the boys tried, they just couldn't reach her. In her mind, she was merely a spectator in her own family's life. And then a broken little bird came into her life.
She brought a bit of happiness, which was so missing, and laughter.
Pengiun became the 6th and much cherished member of the Bloom family. Rescued as a baby by Noah after she fell from a nest and injured her wings.
Wait, how'd you come up with the name?
Well,
Well, it was black and white, and then it waddled a bit when I was young, so we just called it Penguin.
In nursing Penguin back to health, Sam found a purpose.
When we did find Penguin and the boys would go to school and Cam would go to work and it was just Penguin and I, and she made me feel like I wasn't as useless because I had to look after her, I had to feed her and care for her, and I would just talk to her all the time.
From the moment Penguin, the Magpie, landed in the Bloom's family world, life was brighter, especially for Sam. Her husband Cam, a professional photographer, documented the transformation and turned it into a best-selling book that is soon to become a movie. The real value of this little bird, who has since flown back to the wild, lays in its power to heal. Plus her uncanny knack for flying home to her adopted family on special occasions.
Brought some happiness to our family and something to look after, which Mum liked because everyone was looking after her, so it was good for her to look after someone.
Sam Bloom is only one of about 15,000 Australians that lives with a spinal cord injury. There is a new case every day. The long-held medical belief is that once severed, that cannot be repaired. But now that is being challenged.
Our vision, our dream is that someone like Sam will get out of that wheelchair and be able to walk off. Maybe not into the sunset, but into the sunrise to go surfing.
It is called neuromodulation and uses a stimulator to help the spinal cord receive and act upon messages from the brain. In early trials, patients like Sam are now able to stand and move their limbs voluntarily.
We're on the verge of a major step in human history, I believe. I don't know there would be any words to describe what it means to a person to get functions back that they were told they were never going to have again.
Today is a big day for Sam. For the first time since her accident, she will walk, even if it's with a little help. It is also her first chance to stand eye to eye with her second-born Noah and see how much he has grown.
I haven't stood up next to you for 5 years.
I think last time you were probably here. It's good to see you steady.
Thank you.
Well, you have to give me a cuddle now. It's a normal hug.
Sam is the first to admit that her real journey has just begun. But it hasn't stopped her taking up an old passion with the help of a specially designed board. What's even greater, she is able to share her refound joy with Noah.
You know, everyone says that I'm inspirational, so I don't see that. I see like Cam and the boys way more inspirational than me because they've had to put up with me and get me through it.
And even though Sam's future is still to be written, what's certain is that Penguin will be there right next to Sam and the Bloom family.
She kind of saved all of us. Yeah.